Welcome to LaRocque Life. We talk about relationships, adventure, freedom, and just some all around real and raw conversations. I'm Michael LaRocque, and I got my lovely wife Laura with me. Timing wasn't as good as last time, but it's right up there.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that part.
You're just focused on me. You're so mesmerized. I don't blame you. It happens.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Well, that's fair. Well, it sums up our day.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're going to talk about today. We had some great plans, and then just had to roll with it and be and pivot. So we got a new subject to talk about today, which I'm sure everybody's feeling anyway. So it's probably bang on.
Yeah, so if you remember at the end of last week's podcast, we said that we were going to talk about personal branding and attraction marketing. And that was our plan, but we've really had a bad case of the Mondays today. So we record our podcasts on like either Saturday, Sunday, or not ideally, but sometimes Monday nights.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're on Monday night, and seriously,
What? This just adds to the day. This is how the day's been. So carry on. It's fine.
I just hit the mic. Okay, so yeah, that about wraps up our day. So we just want to talk about being in a funk and supporting your partner in a funk. Just tonight on the way down, I asked Mike if he thinks we're spending too much time together, and it was totally kind of a trap.
I know. I was like, well, I'm fine. Are you fine? So apparently not.
I never said that. I was just wondering.
Okay. Well, I feel good.
The thought just crossed my mind, and I thought maybe you thought you were spending too much time with me.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I mean, to be honest, we have spent a lot of time together.
Yeah. Even work-wise, because like
Yeah.
work, we usually separate, but I'm like you're downstairs, or I'm downstairs, you're upstairs, but I've just been home a lot more even
Yeah.
because I used to try to get out and about more on job sites and stuff, but I'm home more and
Yeah,
yeah.
and then even like just, having our time to go to like different events, or, have different, or having plans apart from each other on weekends and stuff, but that's obviously not been happening. So for us, I think that's good though, because when we moved to London and then being out in Vancouver, we learned how to spend a lot of time together, because before that we never did like this much time, right?
No, it's not that bad now, hey? Or for myself, I guess I should speak for I don't feel that bad. Um, just used to it. Because, yeah, like you said, ever since London, it's kind of been me and you in the road. Me, you, in the road. That's what all we had. Picked up a hitchhiker it's about 3 years ago, old Lennox. And now it's just us
we
three.
did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Do you feel like I'm trying to hint something to you? Need some space?
Oh, yeah, I'm good either way.
No, I'm not. It's just funny though, because yeah, today I don't even know what happened. It kind of happened yesterday. We were in the sun a lot, and I think I got a little bit of sunstroke yesterday, and ever since then I've just been feeling really off. Like I kind of have a headache, I'm hot, and I'm cold.
Yeah, we did a ton, on the weekend outside and
Yeah.
lots of yard work and
And my
everything like that.
face is super burnt.
Yeah.
So, and then it was also like really windy as well. So, yeah, today I tried to do work and nothing was working for me as in the regards of like technology and trying to make things work, because also my head wasn't just working properly. So you want to tell a story about what you just came in and did?
Oh, with your landing page or website and everything like that? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was getting frustrated coming upstairs and then listening to Laura bitch and moan about how nothing was working out or whatever. So I did the old Mike LaRocque move and give me the goddamn thing. And so I just did it myself, which got done. It's done. There's
It
a
is
lot.
done. I'm grateful it's done. It's
There's-
not done my way, but
No,
it's
that's
done.
fair. But it's out there. It's done. It's ready for tomorrow. Where it needs to be ready for. Um, I don't know what it was though. It just kind of just wanted it done. I think I haven't bossed anyone around in a while too. So this is us hitting everybody at the same time, or hitting both of us. But yeah, even my like construction site's not like it's slowing down, but it's just I don't know what it is. People are just in this groove now, or stuck in this groove of like production's way down, and Yeah, so I haven't really bossing around too hard. So I guess I came in pretty aggressive for Laura's website, but again, got it done.
You did. You got it done, and I am grateful that you got it done. But it was funny the emotions I was going through because one, I kind of just wanted to like give up. I went totally into like a victim mode for a moment in myself, but then I caught it because I was like, well, if it can't be done this way, then it can't be done at all. There's just no point. Just don't even bother. Just won't even worry about it. And I actually went and laid down for a few moments because I had a headache, and I could not think straight. And then there was a part of me who just wanted to go down this rabbit hole of just like being a complete bitch to you and like blame it on you. And I don't really know why it would be your
That
fault.
because it's all my fault. Stop breathing.
You looked at me the wrong way. Um, but you got mad at me. And so it's kind of funny because what did you say? Oh, you were like, well, take a break from it and go and lay down. And I was like, well, if I don't do this now, when will it get done? And you started to get mad at me. And I was like, but for real, like, when will it not get done? I just wanted you to answer that question for me.
Right. Well, let me fucking do it and I'll
And then
finish
that's
it.
when you just took it
Yeah.
over and did it. But then I was pissed because I was like, you didn't ask me if you wanted me to do it. And you just kind of like logged into my stuff and then told me to just log out. And so you did, I did, but then I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? And then I was just irritated because it wasn't really done my way, but I'm also grateful because it's done and it's like not my forte. So I think kind of what we wanted to talk about tonight, it's going to be definitely shorter, is really like how to take personal responsibility when you're feeling in a funk and or how to support your partner if you know they're in a funk,
Hmm.
but you could also be in a funk as well. So I think we just kind of have a few tips in that regards as to maybe what you would do yourself to get out of your funk. Or and also I think like, sometimes we just want to remove ourselves from a funk, but at the same time we're in it for a reason. And so kind of like allowing ourselves to be with those emotions and like go inwards is totally okay. And it's a good thing to move through them. But at the same time, it's not okay to be disrespectful to each other, disrespectful to ourselves in that process, or really hard and down on ourselves either. So I think maybe we could share a couple tips
Well,
on
yeah,
that. But
for
you
sure.
guys also just get us real and raw right now because we might snap at each other a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's why I put the line between us.
This is Larry the Lion here
Yeah.
in the middle,
He's my backup, just in case.
mediator.
But no, the more when you're talking about that, the more I thought about it, it's probably more of a thing for myself. Like selfishly, I wanted to do something and get it done because I know how to do some of that stuff that I need to do for the website and get MailChimp hooked up so the emails go out and downloadable PDFs and all that stuff. Like I know just enough to be dangerous with it, but I know it would get done. But I needed a win today because I was just getting my ass kicked every time I turned around. Like we had some meetings this morning, like Zoom meetings all day, like everybody does. But there was nothing too crazy there, which was good. But just every time someone emailed me, it was like the end of the world, and I'm chasing people for money, and I'm freaking people are calling about warranty on jobs that I haven't talked about in like 3 to 6 months, and then they pick today to send all these emails and stuff, right? So it's kept getting beat down and beat down, and I was riding a real high for the past I don't even know how long. Like I just been
Weeks,
yeah,
months.
it's been weeks or months. Yeah, months pretty much. So today was really the first one or the first day that I've really been down. So again, I think selfishly, I just did that for myself, and then I got the win. I was like, yes. And then whatever destruction was left in my wake, it didn't really
But did you
matter, right?
really win?
Well, it felt good for a minute.
You haven't won yet.
No,
It's
no,
not over
it's still
yet.
the day is far from over. But yeah, I think that'd be the best way to sum it up. I think, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I can say from my side too, been realizing lately that it's really hard for me to like focus on these tasks. So that's very masculine of you to just like want to get something done, right? Like, and you did something probably in an hour that's been taking me literally days to do because I get too focused on the detail and like it being perfect.
Mm,
And then I overthink things and I'm too in my head, whereas I'm totally more in my feminine, in my flow, in my heart when I create stuff, but then to actually like see it come through and like make it happen, I'm just like, ugh, I just hate that part. So on a good note, I did hire a virtual assistant and she starts with me on Friday. So she's going to do all that stuff. So she might save our marriage as well.
Yeah, you won't have to. I guess I won't have to come in. I'll have to go find this lady somewhere. Hey, you're not doing it. Give me that goddamn
Yeah,
thing.
let me do it. Yeah. No, but I think it's just really good because we are learning a lot about ourselves in this process as well. And
Big time.
I think that's kind of one of the biggest tips is that when you can make, add some humor into seriousness of life, into the serious things in life too, that makes a big difference. But also just being like super responsible. So you might catch yourself in a victim state for a moment where you're like, woe is me, especially as a woman. I don't know, you can speak on men's behalf of that, but I know for myself, it's just so easy to be like, fuck it, I'm going to totally like play the victim card here. But at the same time, like to catch yourself in that and just be like, well, who wins when I do that, right? Like I'll just be up till midnight trying to get this done, or we could get in an argument, which we don't really argue anyways. You more so go silent.
Right.
And then I think we both kind of go silent,
It's getting
right?
a lot better though, eh?
Yeah,
think.
we definitely move through things a lot faster now. But again, it's because of all these things that we're saying. It's like just really taking ownership for the way that you're acting and quit being a child, right?
That's all it is. And as a man, or the man's point of view, is like we can't do that. I say that at work all the time to people and stuff. Is just, you can't. It's like being a paramedic or something, and it's like, man, we should call somebody. You're the fucking person we called. Fix it.
Yeah.
So same as a man, or like in your relationship, or you're the head of the household. It's your family, but you have to get things done, or else it just won't get done. And even if you equate that, I always go back. Fuck, I should be a history teacher, but I don't know anything about the history. I would just say 200 years. That's what I've claimed to say. Like 200 years ago.
Don't have the fine details.
No, but that's how you had to get shit done, or else you're gonna fucking freeze, or you're gonna starve.
Yeah.
So you have to get things done. I mean, nowadays we have all the luxuries. I guess we don't have to worry so much about that. But the same token, we still have to do that, and those same feelings are still there of accomplishment for myself. Anyway, I know I need accomplishment in my life, or need a goal, or need a task, and I need to finish that task. And so I know for myself that's where it comes from for sure.
Yeah.
And it fed that. It helped. And people, like, some people feed off arguing, some people feed off doing nothing, but I just wanted to get something done. And
yeah. Well, actually, you know what? That actually really worked well for us because that was an empowering thing for you to complete because now I don't have to do it tonight. I would say the only maybe difference that it could have moved through is if you said, would you like me to help you with this?
If I would you?
Yeah.
That's fair.
But that was the only part of me that was just sort of like, you just ripped this away from me. But I am very grateful that it is done. It looks good. It's good to go for tomorrow, which was the deadline. And
what's it for? We should probably tell people.
Oh, well, it's for a speaker series that is launching. So when you're listening to this, it'll be launching today, which is Tuesday, April the 28th. The day that this podcast is airing, right? And so I was actually asked to be a speaker on a pelvic dysfunction or pelvic pain speaker series. And so my interview, it's already been pre-recorded, but it launches tomorrow. So I had to have all of the things that I promised in the interview set to go for tomorrow.
Right.
And I tend to like to leave things to the last minute because I'm just flowing.
That's what we do. Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's all good. It's all out there. But coming back to just kind of some relationship tips on, being in a funk, you or your partner being in a funk, or God bless you both being in a funk the same day.
Yeah.
I really think that a lot of the stress gets alleviated on both yourself and your partner when you realize that you're not striving for perfection in your relationship and you're two very imperfect people. And so I think we always have this like philosophy that we've created for ourselves from Disney movies or like any movies growing up, right? Where like marriage is just this wonderful, beautiful thing where you get married and then you like go off into the wilderness on this white horse. And
yeah, but they don't show all the fucking in-between stuff.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying,
yeah.
Right? So we just think like, oh, life is great. And even though we know it's not, I think we just sort of have this perception that like, if we're in the shit and we're going through different feelings and emotions, whether it be ourselves personally or with our partner, that we're not doing something right, or like there's something wrong. But if we embrace these kinds of days just as well as we embraced the fun, loving, joyful days,
Yeah.
I think we would all be a lot better off, because we'd be less hard on ourselves, hard on our partners. And I'm not saying that we should live in these the majority of our days, but just knowing that these days are actually very healthy. I think we learned a lot about each other. It actually gives you practice. I'm not saying you, but it gives couples, us, practice to actually use the skills and implement the schools. The schools. I gotta go to bed.
That's fair.
The tools. Like when the rubber hits the road, right? Because it's so easy to talk about the things you should be doing in your relationship, or if you want to be working on your relationship and evolving and you learn all of the tools, it's great to do them on the days when things are going awesome.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
But when, your emotions hit and you're just...
Yeah. Well, I think that's what happened too, because like I say, for myself, these last 2-3 months have just been riding really well and doing everything felt great. But at that same token, I caught myself slipping a little bit now, and I see that where my eating's not on par really the past, call it week and a half, 2 weeks kind of thing.
You want to just roll that into
2.5, 3 weeks, whatever. We're not going to talk about this right now. Got on a real pepperoni kick. But it was hell. Oh, I got it again.
Healthy pepperoni?
Yeah, not really. Anyway, got on that. And then even my working out has been slipping. So I know, like, when times are good, you forget about all the things that got you to the times that were good. And then when you're in the good times, you kind of let all that stuff slip and you get soft. And this is exactly what Stefan Arno talks about with men and everything, right? Like, good times create soft men, which they do, because you're hard and you're doing all that work to get to those good times. And when you're in the good times, I know better, and you still forget about all the stuff that got you there, and you just kind of lay back and relax and enjoy all this good stuff that's happening. And then you get a day like today where all that bad shit just kind of hits at once. All those emails are just waiting to come in, and phone calls and whatever else, right? So definitely don't forget what got you there, or what makes you feel good. If it's working out, work out. And it's so easy to say, like, I have no time or whatever, but especially right now, but you got a half an hour. Like, I'm a fucking good bullshitter. I can bullshit with the best of them. You're not that busy. There's a half hour in there that you can definitely do something. So that one's a big one for moving. And then eating though, I use you as a crutch a little bit too, because those of you who know Laura, like, she's a planner. She's on stuff, right? She's really good with that. So she helped out a lot with eating, like ourselves, like for eating meal plans. And then it helps that I grew up a lot and don't eat like a toddler anymore, which now we can actually eat healthy, good food. But then I relied on you so much for making these meal plans and coming up for the meals that, if I'm slipping, you're slipping, then we both are, and then just the meals aren't getting prepped, and like I'm fully capable of cooking healthy meals and doing everything, but I somehow relied on you. So it's another realization. It's a really eye-opener episode for me.
Yeah, and I think that it's big too, for couples to see how much you do lean on each other, but also like really kind of holding your own in that, right? Because even with our eating, if we're almost like looking at each other for an excuse that it's okay if we eat something that's not according to plan tonight,
order
right?
pizza, whatever day that was, and like I was thinking about it, then as soon as I threw it out there, you're just like, yeah. So it's like, oh, that's perfect.
And then that can go for working out and any of your healthy habits.
So
right?
easy,
like,
yeah. It's so easy if that other
skip that tonight and do something else instead. So I guess that's kind of also too, like, looking for your partner for validation, right? And you're not validating yourself instead, right? Because if you knew what you needed to do to be the person that you want to be, to show up in your relationship, you wouldn't be looking for your partner to okay your excuse.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
No, it makes tons of sense, for sure.
And that's what we were talking about even with the podcast tonight, because generally our plan is to do them on Saturday nights, ideally, because then it's done. You have the whole like weekend to
I got time to put it together. Yeah, exactly.
But then Sunday's like our buffer day, where we're kind of like, if we've had a big day on Saturday, or if we were out, or we're going out, not right now, obviously, but if we have plans and a babysitter or something, then we have like that extra day. But Monday, we've kind of come to this day once or twice, hey?
Yeah, it's definitely hit that
And even
safety
today,
net. Yeah.
though, we were like, oh, if we could push it off one more day, we would.
Yeah.
But there like has to come a point where there's no more pushing back, right? And it's taking ownership. It's like, no, we committed to this and we want to stay consistent. So whether that is your eating or your working out or, your communication with your partner, being respectful, taking care of yourself so that you can take care of your family, like whatever it is for you, there comes a point when you can no longer keep pushing it. There has to be like that line in the sand, right? Where it's
Absolutely.
like, no, okay, let's smarten up. Let's get back to this. And oftentimes the thing is once you actually just do it, you feel way better. Like even just sitting down here and talking about the podcast, I already feel a lot less irritated and anxious and just annoyed.
Yeah. No, that's
everything, right?
Absolutely. That is big. But yeah, like once you get the, what is it, like you're pushing a rock or whatever, once you get it moving, once you get that momentum, then it's just like everybody after you work out. And that's always like all the memes and stuff. Like you're never going to complain about or you're never going to feel shitty after the workout. I don't know what it is, but you feel good after you work out. You can put that on a poster, sell it.
You feel good after you work out.
Yeah, like once you do it, it's done and it's great and you can reward yourself and just feel good about it. And
yeah.
on to the next.
Well,
what else we got on this?
I mean, just kind of talking about the good vibes and keeping things coming. Because when you were saying that, I sort of had this visual when you were saying how like then all the emails came through. Because I had this visual that when you're taking really good care of yourself, like through your eating and moving and doing whatever your daily practices might be, just to kind of stay accountable to yourself and be processing your emotions and taking care of yourself mentally and emotionally and all of the things,
right.
That it's almost like you have this bubble around you, right? And you're like vibing high and you're kind of up here and it's a magnet to all of the higher vibrational things because that's where you're at. But then eventually, as you start dropping off from doing those daily practices and taking care of your energy and your vibes, you start to come down and you're still acting as a magnet, but now you're magnetizing the things of lower vibration as well. But it's almost like you have a vortex that then like opened up and then it literally like sucked in all of the bad email.
Just a shit flood coming in.
Exactly.
No,
so
that's
I don't
fair.
know, just totally had that
no, and it's
visualization
true, right? Like
that.
shit begets shit, and like if you're down and out, people around you will either get down and out or just not want to hang out with you anymore, or yeah, just anything. You're filling your mind with crap. Crap's gonna start showing up in your life, right? And it's real. Like I mean, people talk about it. You've watched videos about it. You can watch YouTube speeches about it, but it's real. It really does happen.
But I think you don't notice it because a lot of times I think a lot of people just live in this shitty time so consistently that you just think that that's normal. But when you actually do the work to break out of all of that shittiness and you're experiencing like good stuff, like some good manifestation and you're just feeling good, your relationship's going good, like everything's going well, that's when you notice when you fall off, right? Because then you're like, oh yeah, right, I forgot what this felt like, or I haven't been here that often, right? Whereas before it used to just be so consistent.
Oh, that's bang on.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, that sounds good. Do you want to what do you think? You got more, or should we just leave it at that?
No, I think we should cap it off at this because I think we already are a little bit all over the place. But really in capping that off, I would just say, like, especially in this moment of time that we're in with everything that's going on around the world, it's really important to take care of yourself and your energy. But when I say take care of yourself, that also includes having grace with yourself in these moments of falling off the wagon or just being with shitty emotions. Like this could be collective energy as well that we're feeling, right? Like
100%. I had a hell of a shield up for a long time. Like I was feeling cloud 9.
Yeah. And you can get that back, right?
Oh, no, yeah. I don't mean that in like a real past tense. It just, today's a little bit of a bump in the road and just carry on again.
Yeah.
It's definitely not all bad by any means.
Yeah, and anything like this that ever happens is just a continuous reminder of, what you don't want, but also what you got to do to be where you want to be. So
Yep.
I just want to really make sure that people know that you just have to have a lot of grace with yourself, but also a lot of responsibility, and you can't just stay here forever. It is a choice, right?
Yep.
So
Big time.
I think after this is why we're making it kind of shorter so that we can still have a bit of an evening to go do what we got to do. I'm totally going to go have a bath and just like go to bed really early and sleep this day off and
That's
then
fine. Yeah.
start fresh tomorrow, right? With a totally new mindset and all of that. But
Okay.
our giveaway, we said we would announce the winner now, but we're actually going to announce the winner on our social media. So you can check out our Instagram and our Facebook page, the time of this launching, so Tuesday.
Yep.
We'll announce the winner, and we just really want to thank you guys for
It's
leaving.
massive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Those
leaving
help
the
out big
reviews.
time. Yeah, that's huge. And they help out, but I mean, the reviews people actually wrote were awesome. That's unreal. Like it's to read it, it feels great.
Yeah, we're really happy to hear that people are actually enjoying the podcast, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. Wow. We'll see how this goes. Actually.
Yeah, maybe after tonight they
Fuck are
won't.
these people? But yeah, no, it's all good for sure.
Yeah, and that's always been our goal, right? Just to keep it real and raw. And I mean, we could have just showed up tonight and talked about branding and
that was the game plan. Yeah.
yeah,
And it's easy
yourself.
to put on that front and just like having that personal brand, and we can talk all about that. But
Yeah.
definitely not feeling that. Not in my heart anyway.
Yeah, not feeling it. So I think we wouldn't have been able to give it our all. But at the same time, I just really want people to know that
No, this is a good subject too, right?
there's shit
'Cause
days, there's shit moments. Sometimes your partner just takes over your projects and you get really annoyed.
I guess on you too, eh? Like as much like you kind of put you on a pedestal even. Like I know I do that. Like you're a relationship coach, right?
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
it's what you do, and then probably people I'm assuming would just be like, "Oh, she has a perfect relationship," and whatever else.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's real. It's
Yeah,
it's a real relationship.
We're all just humans,
Yep.
right? It's just, I think the great thing is having a different perspective on the relationship. So yes, you still trigger me. I still trigger you. We have things, but now we look at them as opportunities to actually grow through and evolve and
Yeah, and
look
we can
within
get through them a lot
or
faster,
talk
right?
about with each other, right? And not like really just staying in it for so long or like making up a whole bunch of stories in our heads about the other person. Like we just bring it to the table right away. So yeah, no, we are definitely just human beings. We have our own shit as well. It's just all awareness and skills and tools that we've learned. And so we just wanted to really keep it real with you. We have those days, but
Nope, that's
it's all
perfect.
good. It's all okay.
Okay, awesome. Well, head to LaRocque Life and check out who won the cup and the $25 cash, which is going to help out big time right now.
Yeah, and we'll be in contact with you so we can just send that off to you and get your address for the mug, the love mug.
Awesome. Well, it's been a blast. I'm just happy we got through this, to be honest, and it's good. I feel better, honestly, do. So this is a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good lesson that you just got to keep showing up, right? For no matter what it is in your life, just keep showing up every day, every moment. And that's how you move through things too, right?
Yep,
Move through those emotions and everything. So,
okay. Well, thank you. I love you.
yes, thank you. I love you too.
Okay. Well, I'll talk to you later, guys. Thank you.
Yes, thanks. Love you guys.